Hi everyone, this is Dango here from Rocky Valley server. In this video, we are going to talk about how good is Sumire Kanzaki and how to build her and use her. So basically, Sumire Kanzaki is kind of is a little boring character, and she is a tank with like 2 AOE scale. She can move again, but still kind of a little bit weak. So yeah, so here is the Apex arena, and let's see what is going on. It looks like this second player picked Sumire Kanzaki. That's a bad pick. He's going to lose this battle right away, right? This is just a terrible pick. Like, look at this pick. What is Sumire Kanzaki can do, right? He's going to lose this battle right away. Like, yeah, he's like Sumire Kanzaki is ranked as one of the worst SSR units in Sakura War, or actually among all these collaboration units, she's kind of ranked, the lowest, ranked character in Chinese server. So yeah, let's just see how player 1 can finish this game. Yeah, there is a cool Leonhardt. Maybe this Leonhardt can bring some hope. Probably, but yeah, looks like he's still trying to use like Sumire Kanzaki. That's interesting. Okay, let's see what's happening. Yeah, she's going in AoE. Whoa! How could this possible? Whoa! What just happened? That's weird. What just happened? What just happened? This Leonhardt is killed in one shot. And then Sumire Kanzaki jumps in and did another AoE. Whoa, and 2 of the characters are just killed, and then Burn just killed himself after attacking. What just happened? What just happened? And Landius attacked and killed himself, and his second life is killed again. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, okay. Okay, that's enough. Okay. Yeah. Nope. Nope, second player didn't lose because of this Sumire Kanzaki pick. He actually win this game because of this pick. So I was joking. Yeah, what I want to say is that do not try to just follow other people say. If you like understand your character well, and if you build them, if you build her in the right way, and if you use her in the right way, they can still be amazing. And especially this kind of character, Sumire Kanzaki, like she is not popular, not many people are using her, and also not many people know how she works, right? In this case, she can actually be a surprising weapon for you in the playoff season. That's a Rainy player, the player with the frame with Rainy, he has pretty low training like overall, like he lost the second round. And we can see that his characters are generally like like he's not a big whale. But with Sumire Kanzaki, he killed like a player with actually better bugs. So let's just not just judge a character based on how the others rank them, but based on your own team, right? Sumire Kanzaki is a princess faction and is in time faction and in Empire faction. So she is not that terrible if you are using these factions in your box, especially if you are a big like princess player. She will actually be a very strong AoE damage dealer. So let's just see what skills she has. So in PvP, the skill that she will usually use. So let's take a look at her lance first. So basically, similar to Sakura, Sumire Kanzaki also has 2 lances. One is cavalry lance with 4 mobility, the other is the lancer lance. So usually in this case, you could use both the cavalry lance or the lancer lance, depends on situation. And in its cavalry lance, she will learn a Phoenix Dance, which is her AoE skill that deals 0.35 AoE damage, which I would say is a pretty decent damage dealer. And then after dealing with this damage, she will gain a buff which is called Phoenix. So this buff will make her revive after receiving a like a deathly kill. So basically, after she uses this skill, she will revive for 1 time, and then she will gain the Phenalex, which is the guard skill that increase damage, increase defense by 20%, and then she will guard for teammates within 2 spots with physical attack. And then after physical attack, she will trigger the fixed damage, which equals to she will trigger the physical damage, which is a fixed damage based on the attack of the character. And also the other skill that she can learn from the other land, which is kind of useless, is a single target skill and deals 1.5 damage. And then after dealing damage, it will reduce enemy defense by 30%. So usually you don't really use these skills. The other skill is basically a passive skill with 25 chance to reduce the range damage by 50%. So this skill is kind of useless. But in the other land, you will also learn her second AOE skill, which is the dealing AOE around Sumire for one spot, and dealing 0.3 AOE damage, and then triggers bleeding for the enemy. So basically, the bleeding effect is a debuff. So after the enemy moves, they will receive damage based on 2 times attack of Sumire, and it will last 2 turns. So basically, this Sumire Kanzaki can have 2 AOE skill, but sometimes you also gain this skill for extra mobility, which is strike skill. And this basically skill will increase the attack by 20% and then last 1 turn. And after casting this skill, she will be able to move again for 3 spots before doing any other damage. So this is a very strong increasing mobility skill, which allows her to move like 7 spots in total in 1 turn, and it has like 3 turn cooldown, so pretty cool skill. So basically, she does not have like any other active skill than her like AOE. So this is the limitation of Sumire Kanzaki. So she has this skill that brings tanky, brings guard skills, but this skill has a 5 turn cooldown. So she is not going to be a reliable tank for you. More likely, she will be a physical damage dealer. Besides that 5 cost skill that can bring the active guard for Sumire Kanzaki, there is actually a passive skill that can also bring guard for Sumire Kanzaki. So this passive skill allows Sumire Kanzaki to tank friendly units within 1 spot, and when entering battle, when being attacked, she will gain attack by 12%. So basically, when you use her, the one cost skill that you will always bring is going to be this passive skill, and she will not have other good passive skill available. So basically, if you're using Sumire Kanzaki, this passive skill you will always use, and then you will either bring 2 AOE skill, which is the player that in that Apex arena used, and the other possible method is to bring this strike skill to bring extra mobility, and then you just bring this 5 cost ultra, so which is the Phoenix Dance, which will deal 0.35 AOE damage to all enemy within 2 spots. So this is basically what skill you should use for Sumire Kanzaki. The talent for Sumire Kanzaki is that when dealing normal attack, she has +1 range, which is kind of useless. Like her troops cannot deal this damage with her, so it is really kind of useless. But the other talent is kind of interesting, which is for each of the troops she loses, she actually gains extra attack and skill by 3% for each of the troops she loses. So this increased to 4% when your Sumire Kanzaki reaches 6 star. So this is actually a huge increase in attack and skill. So remember in that battle, that Sumire Kanzaki had like almost 2000 attack. This is not something you will have without this kind of talent. Like think about Leonhardt, think about Joshua. You will never have them at 2000 attack. This is why Sumire Kanzaki dealt crazy damage. But you have to kill your troops to do that, and she has no active skill to allow her to kill her troops. So basically, you kind of have to rely on your enemy to attack her, so this is a limitation. But the interesting part is that there is the other characters. When Sakura War arrives, there is the free SR character that come with Sakura and Sumire Kanzaki, and also Alice. So this free SR character is called Angelica. Yes, she is the one that your guys already protect her for like I don't know 6 months or even longer. Yeah. So basically she is the other SR faction buff for this time faction, and one of her skill is to summon units based on the other like any units troop. So basically she will kill all of your friendly units troop and then turn them to a mechanical summons. So basically, this Angelica can kill all the troops for Sumire Kanzaki, and then that troop will become a summoned units, and then Sumire Kanzaki will lost all her troops. This is what your guys saw in that battle. Basically, in the first round, Sumire Kanzaki's troops are all lost, and then Alice used the Ultra Teleport for her, which is kind of a teleport, but has extra buff for like more damage dealt and less damage taken. So Alice caused this Alice burst for Sumire Kanzaki and allow her to reach the enemy for turn 1, and her double AoE in turn 1 and turn 2 basically just killed all the enemies. So this is just the right way of using Sumire Kanzaki. So like if you are using her in this right way, she can still be a huge threat to your enemy, and she can be very strong in AoE team. And just to check her faction again, Empire, Princess, and Time faction. Each faction has like other strong AoE characters that you can combo them with. For example, Princess faction has Lana, has Shelfonio, and has Angelina. They all can deal very good damage, and Joshua is also in Princess faction. And in Time faction, I don't need to say more, right? All these characters can deal strong AoE. And Empire faction, you have Bernhardt, who can deal significant amount AoE, and you have Leonhardt, which is one of the strongest AoE damage dealer, and Sakura definitely also deal AoE damage. So if you like ruin this box and putting Sumire Kanzaki in your box will never let you down. Especially if your enemy didn't figure this combo, you can use this Angelica and Sumire Kanzaki's combo to surprise your enemy, just like what this Reni did to her enemy. So, and for gears, I really suggest your Sumire Kanzaki to use Clock enchantment, just to make sure that if she can, use those AoE for like 2 times in a row, then that can be deadly to your enemy, even your troop is not killed, right? And the other gears, this carbon fiber gear set is recommended because after this synthesized well with Sumire Kanzaki. Basically, if your troop has less than 50% of health points, then attack and skill will increase by 8%, and these two gear will stack. And these two gears effect will stack with Sumire Kanzaki's talent. So basically, you will gain a huge amount of attack and skill after Sumire Kanzaki lost her troop. And then the gear, I still suggest the best gear for her is the Apex bolt. If you have that available, that is probably better than the bolt that my friend is using here, because that one gives you extra attack. And and for the best weapon, I think there are actually plenty of options. Because she mainly deals like AoE damage, so this Ragnarok is not actually the only required weapon for her. You can also try guard throwing, which is the X that will increase the attack and health points. So it's basically, let me check if my friend has it. So it's basically, yeah, just in case my pronunciation is not accurate. So this is the weapon that I was talking about. This guard throwing with both the attack and then health points in this skill. So basically, those are the best options for Sumire Kanzaki, and you definitely want to run a clock enchantment for her. The other potential enchantment that is possible, maybe Breeze can also work, because Breeze increase her AoE damage, and if you're bringing like 2 AoEs together, then that could be enough for her. So yeah, so just like some option. But if you're short on like Breeze enchantment, but if you have like tons of clock available, then I would just go clock. So yeah, in this case, for the troop, actually for Sumire Kanzaki, she has some interesting troop skill. She can actually use Sky Archer. That makes her actually pretty strong in the desert map and in the Sky Court map. Because in these two maps, the mobility of other troops are greatly limited, so actually she is a tank who can actually fly. So this is kind of interesting. And then the other option usually is this Lancer unit, Amazon Champion, which is usually used, or this Yellowstone, which is pretty good as well. And Phenalex is also one of the options here. So basically, this is how to use and how to build Sumire Kanzaki. And in the end, I want to see, if you're a big fan of Sakura War, and if you are like a user of Empire faction and Princess faction and Time faction, definitely try to pull Sumire Kanzaki. And especially if you want to try to pull like Sakura at 6 star, you're probably going to pull some copies of Sumire Kanzaki as well. So if you do have her at higher star, then I would say maybe just give her a chance and see if she works well in your team. And for like free-to-play players, to be honest, although she can be amazing in some time, she is overall not that strong. For example, if you cannot pick Angelina for her, actually Angelica for her, or if you are not a player in this Princess or Empire faction, then there isn't really a point of summoning her. But still, this is a limited time banner. She will get her like awakening skill later as well. We don't know what awakening skill she will get. We don't know if she will be relevant for season 3 after she gets this awakening skill. So there are like a lot of things we don't know yet. She is now not super good, and if you are free to play, you're probably not going to use her. Unless you're a big fan of Sakura Wars, then you will use her like anyway, right? But yeah, to be honest, for free-to-play players, maybe I suggest you to try to, summon her for like 1 copy and then just call it a day. Probably don't try to summon her for more copies. But if you're a big fan, then still you can summon her. She will not let you down, right? You can still use her, just like this rainy player. Just showed us how strong Sumire Kanzaki can be in a PvP battle, right? So just if you give her a chance and if you understand her well and if you use her in the right way, then she can be pretty good. Just don't always follow what other people say, you know. Just have faith on the character that you love. So, but still, like if you're free to play, maybe just try to pay, like try to summon 1 copy. If you have really like no summon left, maybe you can skip her if you get Sakura. So that's all depends on you. For me, I'm going to try to get 1 copy of her. So yeah, this is basically all about this video. Hope you enjoy it, and I will publish more videos in the future about these characters review and how to use them in Apex Arena. So thanks for watching. If you want to see more content, please subscribe my channel, and I will see you next time.